your belief systems, your pro-criminal thinking, your distorted attitudes, your belief systems that tell you that it's okay to sell drugs and harm society, or harm women, or burgle people's houses, or rob people, and that's okay. You know, those kind of distorted beliefs. Excuse me. Those belief systems have to be smashed out of you, in my opinion. And the way that those belief systems were smashed out of me was through therapy. Now, therapy is remedy. I've seen miracles happen in therapy. I've seen men transformed within the group therapy circle. Therapy is something that is not done in England a lot. The small number of prisons where they were doing it on a program called the RAP program, all the funding's being cut. There is one particular prison in England called Grendon, which is like the Ministry of Justice, British government flagship prison, where therapy is the core of the treatment there. And men convicted of serious crimes like murder will go to Grendon, and they will spend 4 or 5 years there in therapy. And when you look at the recidivism statistics for men who've left Grendon, they're very, very low. Most men who do therapy there go on to lowest secure prisons and are the quietest, most civilized people in the prisons. And then when they're released, probably only as few as 2%, between 2 and 5% reoffend. It's highly effective, but it's highly costly.
Is that why the funding's being cut? Is because of the costs, or why is that?
Your answer to that question is twofold, in a sense that, yes, the funding's been cut, so therapy is not offered in the prison estate in modern England. But the answer is also due to a lack of motivation from modern legislators to consider this therapeutic approach for prisoners, due to the fact that embedded and entrenched into the very culture of these secure units, young offenders institutions, and adult prison facilities in modern England is a culture of the infliction of child abuse against children and the disease of institutional racism, and above all, to answer your question, a culture of, as soon as you as a man, as a person, as a child enters this establishment, enters this institution, you are seen as subhuman and not worthy of human rights, not worthy of spending money on therapy. So that's why one of my missions as a criminal justice reformer and as an activist, not just here in England but globally, one of my missions is to educate society, Addy, that when we harm children and men and women in adult facilities, when the state harms them, then we in fact harm society. And not only do we harm society, we create a continuing conveyor belt of victims of crime, and we do not offer the structures that offer proportionate justice for victims that victims of crime deserve. If I harm you, Addy, and I know and understand and accept wholeheartedly that justice means different things to different people, but if I harm you, is proportionate justice to you me being locked up in a cell for 2 years for 23 and a half hours a day, developing personality disorders, self-harming, enduring catastrophic mental health breakdown, and then leaving with a drug habit? I would say no.